The Women's World Cup is in full swing. Tonight, the red, white, and blue take center stage. Now, this is the first Women's World Cup to have 32 teams, the same number as the men's tournament. The host countries, New Zealand and Australia, both winning their opening matches. Congratulations to them. And Team USA begins its quest of bringing home a third consecutive tournament win tonight. They face off against Vietnam. Well, I am so happy to be joined now by Darian Jenkins. She is a retired National Women's Soccer League player who now serves as a CBS News Sports Golazo Network analyst. It's great to have you with us. So tell us, what do you make of the game so far and New Zealand upsetting Norway?
Oh, the games have been incredible. I'm not surprised. I think the sport has grown so much, and I'm glad that there's so much buzz around it now. And especially for the girls from New Zealand, how amazing is it to get your first World Cup win in your home country in front of a huge, I think it was 75,000 people. It's great. I'm not surprised that it's blown up so much.
Well, Team USA takes the field tonight. What do they need to do to beat Vietnam?
I think they need to come out and have fun with this game. There's a lot of pressure, a lot of buzz around the US and the commercials that they've put out and the hype around them being the favorites. But it's a game where they just need to get their feet wet and go out and have fun and attack the way that we know the US women's national team can, and really just get comfortable going into the next stages of this tournament.
Well, Darian, I love being able to talk to you about this game, to highlight Team USA. As you know, women's sports in America have always suffered as a second class in terms of our attention, pay equity. Talk to us about the current status of women's soccer here in the United States and what the team is doing.
Yeah, so there's been so much growth with women's soccer, and you're right. I think one of the biggest things is having access to watching games and actually becoming fans of the players and the teams. So networks like the Attacking Third and the Golazo show, being able to have access to actually watch these games and follow the stories of these amazing women and their journeys and what they're doing to propel the sport, and also what they're doing off of the field, is massive. So there's so much growth. We still have a really long way to go, but being able to watch the games and digest this media in a way that's much simpler than it has been in the past is only going to elevate and be able to tell these stories even more so and grow the game. So with the World Cup, being able to watch highlights and come back and check the games and follow along and hear from us at Attacking Third is going to be huge in propelling the sport forward, and it's just the beginning.
Well, Darian, you mentioned being fans of specific players, and given that this is Megan Rapinoe's final tournament, her big swan song, what's her legacy? What are some of the other players that maybe, if you aren't already a huge fan of women's soccer and the U.S. soccer team, the people you should be looking out for?
Yeah, Rapinoe's legacy, I played with her at Seattle Reign back before it was OO Reign, and always been such a fan, and she's so humble and is really bringing the sport forward and is such an advocate for women's sports in general. So her legacy is just as impactful on the field as it is off the field. And players to look out for, it's a young team. There is some incredible weapons coming into this tournament. You have Sophia Smith, Trinity Rodman, Ashley Sanchez, Lynn Williams in the attack, Naomi Gurma in the back, Emily Fox. I could name a ton of people, and each of them are bringing such a different skill set and such a refresh into this tournament that I think everyone's going to be fans of these new players coming in, and I'm really excited to watch the game tonight.
Darian, I have more questions for you, but I am told we are out of time. Thank you so much, Darian Jenkins.
Thank you.